Hey, what's going on, fellow currency lovers? I was at the bank yesterday before they closed down. The bank here, they have like the sweetest schedule ever. They work from like noon to 3 or 4 here, and it's Monday through Friday. So I'm in the wrong biz. But anyway, they had some $2 bills, and I like to just ask them for them. I mean, of course, you can get new $2 bills from the bank. I just go, hey, do you have any old ones? I like collecting them. And they had a little stack. It's like 25 or well, I guess it wouldn't be 25 bucks, right? That wouldn't make sense. They're twos. Anyway, you can see how awake I am. There's like 28 or 30 bucks or whatever. But let's go through them, see if we find anything worth more than face value. I absolutely love twos. Some people think they're lucky. Some people think they're unlucky. 1995 series $2 bill. Nothing to talk about as far as designs of twos as we go through these. They have not been redesigned for quite some time. Good repetition of sevens and threes, and then we got a 2 and a 6 in there. Would have been nice to have a binary note with just 2 digits. Back of the note, or reverse, John Trumbull's painting of the Declaration of Independence. Really nice painting. There's some weird wonkiness with this painting. Some people were like, who is this guy? Reason being is there's a lot of debate over who that is, and a couple of the people that are depicted in this painting, as Trumbull didn't actually point out every single person. He just depicted the signing of the Declaration of Independence. So look that up. It's really interesting. Nothing going on the back. It's really beat up. So we'll move on. Folded up $2 note, 2017A. So this is one of the newer series of notes. And nothing in the serial number. This one is from the Richmond, Virginia Federal Reserve. And little shift over in the seals and serial number, but nothing enough to call an error. A little bit clearer depiction on the back. And a little blurring between the lettering on Declaration of Independence, but you're going to get some bleed due to it just being a dark ink that's used there. Now, if it's obscuring portions of it, you can't read where it says Declaration of Independence, then that would be kind of an ink smear error. Nice 8s, nice 0s. Again, nothing too pattern enough. I wish we would have had just like 0s, 8s, and then either 1s or 3s for trinaries, but unfortunately not. And on the back, same dealio, nothing really jumping out at me. Printed really nicely. I don't find a lot of off-center prints for twos. Maybe they just care about them more or whatever. Twos are used the least amount of any of U.S. denominations. 2017 A series also. And nothing in the serial number. Kind of some repetitious 9s there. This one's actually kind of printed off. You can see how that third 9 and the rest of the serial number is a little off. It's actually this one, now that I look at it. This middle 9 sits a little low. Now, if it's like way off, then I kind of consider those errors. Some people call them odometer notes if it's in here. I like to call them ticker notes if it's another digit, since it doesn't really resemble an odometer doing the mileage or kilometers in your car. And pretty beat up on the back, so it's hard to tell. Condition is like 9/10 of the law when it comes to collecting really anything. 2017 A series, again, 1992. If it would have said like 12/24 for like Christmas Eve, I probably would have held on to it, although it's year, month, then day. I prefer to do date notes where it's the month, day, then year, but I would have kept it as a small win, although I don't think they're worth a ton in that format. Free booger on the back, that's nice. And nothing else really jumping out. Ooh, 1,364 $2 bills, man. 2013 series, this one's probably the best condition one we've had so far, so that's pretty cool. As you can see, nothing going on differently between, let's go way back, beginning of the thing. 1995 versus a 2013. This one's really beat up. The only differences I ever see is the ink composition's a little nicer on newer notes, probably just more advanced technology in ink. But aside from that, nothing different to talk about. Back of the note. Really clean, but nothing collectible. Hey, somebody's got the love for Jefferson. Nice. Nothing the serial number. It's that's random. But okay, it's really beat up too. Don't get confused when you see these little, usually there's 2 to 4 of them, usually around 3, little rectangular marks at the top of notes that'll be spaced evenly apart from one another. Those are just the little teeth that grab the note in the counting machine at the bank, so they just leave an impression if the note's been ran through more than once over its lifetime, which is really possible. So somebody's got some love for Jefferson. That's a first. But okay. Again, Trumbull's painting on the back with this weird... I've always thought this was weird. I guess it's like a tie-off for a curtain or something, or whatever this is. I always thought this was such a randomly placed portion of the painting on the back. I don't know. Maybe it just catches my eye in not an appealing way. But thank you to whoever showed some love for Jefferson. Nice of you. Get rid of that guy. Nothing really going on. Probably the cleanest two so far. St. Louis Federal Seal. Nothing going on in the serial number, but really nice print. This is a what is this? 2003A. So not the oldest one, but we've got a good mix of stuff going on. And shifted a little bit to the right, but nothing going on in the back. What is up with this? I'm not going to go out and say this is going to be an ink error. Looking at it, it's hard for you to tell through the camera, but it's really, it looks like just pen or something now that I'm looking at it with all this tape or whatever. I don't know what was going on with this thing. Somebody was messing around. But anyway, I'll stop messing with the bill. 2017A. Nothing the serial number. Kind of starts with like a quasi-year. Fancy serial number, I guess. But I don't really stick with ones that are double years like this. 1459 and the year 74. That really has nothing to do with American history. It's not anything to do with like a date note or birthday note, whatever you want to call them. So I just don't hold on to those. But that's the great thing about collecting. If you collect those, then keep on keeping on. Rock on, right? I collect stuff that has weird little stamps that aren't valuable at all. So who am I? 2017A $2 note. So we'll see that mostly those. 2013s too. This one's really folded weird. This is super folded. Look at that. I don't know what. I guess origami. Somebody's probably doing some sort of origami with all these folds. I see a lot of people, especially in bars and stuff. And when I worked in restaurants, if they tip with $2 bills, which are at some less than awesome establishments, and then also really nice ones. Also at like casinos, you'll see twos a lot. But anyhow, a lot of people will fold them into little airplanes, t-shirts, and origami and stuff to throw them in the old tip jar, which I think is really cool. I wish I was good at origami. Maybe I'll get into that, make some bill videos. I did buy a book from Barnes & Noble that teaches you how to do origami with banknotes. Maybe we'll do that, right? I can make some little horsies or birds or something, cranes or whatever. Anyway, I'll shut up about that. 2013 series, $2 note. Really prevalent over ink. So we actually have a small find. Not on this serial number, but on this. I mean, I'm not saying it's worth a ton of money, but I see, well, really for twos, since people are kind of enamored by twos, when you have small ink errors, noticeable shifts, stuff like that, they actually can sell for a few bucks over face value. And I mean just a few bucks. This little fold here is not going to help that situation. Most people really like them to be clean. And then a big thing that sells on like eBay is straps of Star Note twos if you ever find them. Just ask your bank if they have twos. You know they do. They always like, when you ask the tellers, like, hey, can I get some twos? They're like, what is that? You know they got thousands of dollars of these in the back. Just tell them to get up, go in the vault, and get you a strap of twos, and then have yourself a ball going through them. You might find some good stuff. People these days, right? They never want to get up from their desk. 2013 series, another one. So see, 2013 is just one of those years where they really just kind of quality assurance for some reason across all denominations, really, other than like hundreds and tens. It's really what I don't see much of with this little over ink. It just became common, so I don't really hold on to them. I just like to point it out that if it was really dramatic, I'd call it an ink error. Nothing there. And then the last two, maybe the owner, must be the owner of that other one, because these are all folded the same. So most likely, I'm assuming these got given as a gift or a tip or whatever, and then that person was like, I don't care about twos, and went and turned them into the bank to get themselves, well, in this case, like $6. Anyhow, 2017 A series, really nice looking as far as the print overall. You can see how the process, the intaglio process of printing, it's a 3-phase printing process for US banknotes, where some portions of the note are printed on it, some portions are printed in it. So it's really meant to preserve the important parts, the seals, the serial numbers that identify the note. Lastly, on the back, it's really hard to tell with all the folding, so I'm just going to move on, plus this one's torn up too. Last but not least, straight up one-eyed Jefferson. Look at him. Poor guy, all beat up. He doesn't have the love like the other one does. This one, let me find it. Look at that. Love, no love. And the serial number, nothing really crazy. Kind of cool with the repetitious 6s and 9s, but it's not enough of a pattern for me to hold on to. Nothing on the front. Let's look at the back. And nothing really jumping out there as far as any errors or misprints for me to call home about. You know what? I'm going to hold on to our little love a Jefferson, heart Jefferson note. I just think it's cute, and I'm going to hold on to it. But no major finds in this $2 bill search. I just thought it'd be a little bit of fun to look through something different. Let me know in the comments below what you've come across in your coin and bill searches. I love reading about that. And check out my website, varietyerrors.com, for free error coin guides, price guides, and free PDF downloads for coin guides and things of that nature. All right, guys, keep being you. You are awesome. I will see you guys in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.